Welcome to the Showboys Newscast, bringing you all news and no opinion. I'm Mike.
I'm Nick.
Thank you for joining us. We got a lot to cover, so let's get right to it. And of course, in typical Showboys fashion, we're going to throw things completely out of whack and start with some Apple TV news. Yeah, no, it's super weird. Neither of us have Apple TV, but because of some of these articles here, I'm intrigued to learn more and maybe check it out. I don't know. But the first article up here is for the Apple TV original, The Shrink Next Door. This show will be starring Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd and has released its first full trailer, which is pretty nice, if I do say so myself. The upcoming Apple TV Plus series is set to follow Marty, who is played by Will Ferrell, whose therapist, Paul Rudd, changes his life for the better, then leverages the doctor-patient relationship into exploiting Marty. Catherine Hahn will also play Marty's sister, Phyllis. The Shrink Next Door debuts on November 12th. It kind of has this like tension in the trailer and I don't know. I mean, it's Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd are kind of goofy, but there's also like a seriousness there. Mm-hmm. It looks really interesting.
Apple TV's definitely been stepping up their game.
Yeah, and plus, I still want to see Foundation, which I've heard actually somebody I know talk about on Sunday. So I don't know, man. I'm just getting closer and closer to trying it out. Next article here. Ted Lasso arc is set to end with season 3, but the show could possibly go on. One of Apple TV Plus's biggest hits, Ted Lasso, appears to be drawing towards a close. Showrunner Bill Lawrence confirmed that the series was intended to only last 3 seasons, and while he remains hopeful about the future, it will really depend on finding a new arc to follow, as well as Jason Sudeikis' willingness to continue. It's worth noting that while 3 seasons may have been the original plan, it's safe to say Ted Lasso has been a much bigger hit than expected. So here's to hoping for more seasons of Ted Lasso or a spinoff thereof. Now, I don't know. End it with season 3. Do something else. You know how we feel.
Yeah. Keep it clean.
Don't drag it on, man. Just do what you intended.
Don't break it.
That's right. And our final piece of Apple TV news here, we have Jason Segel to star in a comedy series called Shrinking. So in related news, Bill Lawrence, who we just referenced above for Ted Lasso, he is producing another comedy series for Apple TV Plus starring Jason Segel. The 10-episode series Shrinking will feature Segel's character, again a therapist, breaking protocols to give his clients his real opinion. Interesting.
I was just going to say it sounds like the first one.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see, though. We'll see. But getting back to regularity, we have our DC segment. Here we go. Got quite a bit of news here with DC, so I'm excited. The first one, though, is a bit sad, if I'm being honest. Everyone's favorite Alfred has announced his retirement from acting.
Aww.
So Michael Caine has partially retired from acting after a nearly 70-year career. The 88-year-old Dark Knight and the Cider House Rules actor has won 2 Oscars and been nominated for 6 Academy Awards over the span of his career. He's often been found in Christopher Nolan-led films, most recently Tenet. Caine suggests that Bestsellers is likely to be his last film, while he'll continue to write. I like Michael Caine.
Good guy.
I enjoyed him as Alfred for sure. But hey, he's 88. He's been acting for 70 years. I think it's time to kick the feet up,
88's up there.
Yeah. Take some time, buddy. Up next, the Doom Patrol series gets an order for season 4. Yeah, you heard it right. Season 4 of Doom Patrol is on the way as HBO Max confirms another season has been ordered. Along with the season 4 announcement, HBO released the mid-season trailer to tease the remainder of season 3. Doom Patrol stars Brendan Fraser, Matt Bomer, and Diane Guerrero, who play superheroes who have been shunned and turned into outcasts. We've talked about Doom Patrol quite a bit on Showboys, and in terms of the DC shows on HBO Max right now, live action at least, it's probably second behind Titans. Started off strong, got super weird to its own detriment, and I have not seen season 3 yet because I'm too busy watching The Expanse. Someday I'll get back to Doom Patrol, but it's always nice to see unique stories continue to live on, and Doom Patrol is quite unique.
I think it's like enough to pull it out of its weird rut it ran into.
I don't know.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Like it's going to come full circle, and you're like, "Wow, greatest show ever."
I don't know. I like how it really embraces and leans into its weirdness. It's just the story in season 2 wasn't as good as season 1, I think. But who knows? Season 3 could be better. It's definitely interesting, and I'll watch it. Moving on, we have some Batgirl movie news, and this is kind of exciting. The upcoming Batgirl movie will feature the, quote, real Batman, according to the directors. This contrasts the actor Leslie Grayson, who previously said that Batgirl would not feature Batman or a Batman appearance. It's unclear at this time which actor will be playing Batman, but some suggestions point to Ben Affleck. The Batfleck. The directors were able to confirm that Batgirl's costume will be inspired by the Burnside version of the character. This is interesting. This Batgirl movie, again, we had been speculating in the past newscast to be part of the Snyderverse. And if this is true, that it will be featuring the quote unquote real Batman, and rumors are swirling that it's the Batfleck, I feel like, does this mean the Snyderverse lives on? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you.
Me? No.
That was like a collective view.
I know.
But
I know.
mean, I'll leave it up to you too.
Okay.
Yes. Let me move on. Sorry, I had to adjust microphone setting there. Our next article here is another Bat family related article, and this is about the show Pennyworth. Season 3 of Pennyworth will be arriving on HBO Max in 2022, along with seasons 1 and 2, which originally premiered on Epix. Pennyworth acts as an origin story for Alfred Pennyworth, obviously, the well-known butler from the Batman franchise. The series is a psychological thriller that follows Alfred as he creates a security company that goes to work for Bruce Wayne's father, Thomas Wayne. I've heard good things about the show, but I never caught it. But I might now, since it's coming to HBO Max.
Yeah, I don't even think I caught this one at all. And that seems
It's slightly older, but
okay.
Yeah.
Is this like one of those things that they like it existed before HBO Max, I think, right? And then they're trying to like
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly. We have two more here for DC.
Big
Flash,
DC night.
Yeah, exactly. Big DC night for sure. The Flash has wrapped production, which is really exciting. Officially finishing production. Just one day later, the first official teaser trailer was released at DC Fandom 2021. It's been a long road for The Flash to get to this point. It spent years in development and saw multiple writers and directors come and go. Ezra Miller will star as Barry Allen, and Michael Keaton will be returning and reprising his version of Batman, which is really exciting. Flashpoint story. We're cracking open the multiverse. It's going to be crazy. Who needs Spider-Man? That's what I say. And the last one here, we got a rumor swirling around Batgirl again. This one is kind of spicy and has Batgirl replacing Harley Quinn in a Birds of Prey sequel. So the rumor has it that Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn has been replaced in the yet-to-be-confirmed Birds of Prey sequel. Instead, the role will be filled by Batgirl. No casting information has been provided for Batgirl yet, but the feeling is that Leslie Grace will be the most likely choice, considering her playing the same role in the upcoming HBO movie. Meanwhile, Harley Quinn has been linked to multiple potential films, but as of now, nothing is in the works.
Interesting.
Indeed.
I need to finish the Birds of Prey movie. Started it. Got disinterested, which made me sad.
Yeah. I feel the same, but I haven't started it because I was so disinterested.
Wow. Okay. You are more disinterested than me then.
Yes.
Yes. Moving on to our fabled gaming section. Just in time for some people. But the Battlefield 2042 beta opened a sea of negative reviews. Players are unhappy with not only the usual bugs and issues, of course, but also with the core design of the game itself. The complaints range from movement and gunplay to sound and UI design. One critic went so far as to call it a Chinese clone of the Battlefield series. Note, Cody, who writes for us, he actually played the beta a lot and can agree with most of these critiques. But this is also how literally every Battlefield beta goes. He said he pre-ordered the game and hasn't canceled my pre-order yet, despite the issues above. Nice little tidbit there. I like that one.
Nice little footnote from the writer.
Yeah, of course. And I'm glad he says that, because that is a very good point, and that is kind of how they go. Though I did read very similar things online, and kind of just like the broadest thing that makes me worry is like they say like you don't feel like you're in the game, like the immersion's like completely broken. It's just kind of like, you know how we talk about like World of Warcraft has that feeling where you feel like you're in the game, and the character movement feels right, and all of that, it just clicks. That's what they're saying isn't there, which is worrisome, because the whole game is about immersion. So
right,
hopefully that is something they can turn around.
What do they mean by a Chinese clone?
Well, you know how like a knockoff, like it's not the real thing. Like basically, it's either like cheaper or like it's just not name brand, if you will.
That makes sense. I was wondering if that's what they were going with there. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I know you and Chad and BioCiv are pretty hype for this game, so we'll see what happens at launch. I mean, it is a beta, you know.
Cody's optimistic, so I will remain optimistic but cautious to spend my money.
Very good, very good. We have a public service announcement here regarding the Nintendo Switch. If you were thinking about peeling off the integrated screen protector on the Nintendo Switch OLED console, don't, says Nintendo. The anti-scattering adhesive presents sharp shards in case the glass breaks. The adhesive also adds a layer of protection. This is a new concern, as previous Switch iterations had a plastic display. So don't take those screen covers off. End of PSA.
Yeah, I thought that we always like to make fun of their highly advanced OLED screen coming out.
Yes, the
OLED. Moving on, FIFA reportedly wants to charge EA $1 billion every 4 years for the name. EA's relationship with FIFA may have hit a bumpy patch. FIFA wants to roughly double the cost of licensing and limit EA's ability to monetize various aspects like NFTs, game highlights, and tournaments. This has led EA to consider renaming the popular franchise, and unlike other partnerships, the loss of FIFA as a partner would not affect their ability to use the official team and player names. That's an interesting little bit there. it would just be the exact same game without the FIFA. But
Yeah.
that might be an important bit. I don't know how FIFA fans would feel about that, because the FIFA is a very, very big thing, but also they might not care.
Yeah, as someone who played old FIFA games, not a soccer fan in the least bit,
Right.
I could probably care less as long as it plays like the old FIFA does. But that's from a non-soccer fan perspective, which could be very different from someone who actually follows the sport. So
I guess it would be like ripping off Madden off of the Madden games.
it'd be like, yeah, I think. I don't know, maybe NFL, but still being able to use the teams and the player names. I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But $1 billion every 4 years just to use the name FIFA is kind of sounds like a lot of money. But yeah, moving on. We have some Pokemon news, of course. We had to slip some in there. This is interesting, though. Artists associated with the Pokemon 25 album have received their own Pokemon cards. So Pokemon had recently had an anniversary, 25 years. Katy Perry, Post Malone, and J Balvin have all been illustrated with at least one Pokemon partner. At least one copy of the cards have been officially produced, but it's not clear whether they will be released officially or whether these cards are just special mock-ups. Pokemon 25, the album, released on October 15th. So,
dang,
interesting. Might have to slap that on tomorrow. Listen to some Pokemon 25.
Bump you some Pokemon.
That's right. I mean, I already listen to like Pokemon Lo-Fi all day, so.
This is true. This is very true. Moving on. Schitt's Creek edition of Monopoly has arrived. The beloved series has been incorporated into the classic board game, featuring iconic locations from the show and game pieces such as Ted the Turtle and Patrick's guitar. The game can be picked up for just south of $40, something Cody plans on doing himself. You've seen Schitt's Creek, right?
Only a few episodes, but my wife loved it. And I know you guys like it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you should circle around to that sometime.
Yeah, I tried. I don't know why. I just couldn't get into it. It just annoyed me kind of. But maybe if I give it another shot.
Hey, that was my hot take on Breaking Bad.
I know, right? Clip this. Mike's hot take on Schitt's Creek.
Yikes.
Last bit of gaming news for you guys. And it's exciting for me, being a consoleless, and even though I have a Switch, I consider myself consoleless. God of War is coming to PC in January. So the 2018 God of War masterpiece, according to some, will be available on Steam this January for $49.99. Originally released, of course, back in 2018, the upcoming version will add enhanced visuals, unlocked frame rates, and 4K resolution. IGN awarded God of War with a perfect 10 out of 10 in 2018's Game of the Year. IGN polls also named God of War the, quote, best video game of all time, which is quite high praise.
That's intense. I should play that. I bought it for $5.
There you go, bro. Dude, I felt like an actual, news anchor there because I, said polls. According to the polls.
Right.
God of
War. We're going to have election coverage next cycle. Oh, dear. Anyway, moving on out of the gaming segment of the show, we're going to hit a little bit of MCU news for you MCU fans. The final Marvel series for the year, Hawkeye, will premiere with 2 episodes. The 2-episode drop appears to help avoid a scheduling clash with the Book of Boba Fett. Originally, the final episode of Hawkeye would have been released on the same day as the Book of Boba Fett, released on December 29th. The Disney Plus series will release on November 24th, showcasing Jeremy Renner's restart, showcasing Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye battling a threat from his past and his journey to unravel a criminal conspiracy.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
first trailer was also released. I'm glad that they did this. This would have been a huge predicament in the modern world. What would we have done?
How on earth would we have streamed 2 shows on the same day?
I know.
At whatever time we want.
I know. What do they think this is?
Yeah.
We're all at home or something?
Yeah, geez.
I mean,
even you can only stream something on Disney Plus at 9 p.m. on December 29th.
Yep, that's the power of streaming.
We better not have 2 episodes released at the same time.
Get your TV guides out.
Yeah. Anyways, talking about shuffling stuff around in Disney, they have shuffled the release dates of several movies. The 2022 Marvel release schedule is already seeing some notable changes. Doctor Strange 2 has been pushed back from March 25th to May 6th, which, if we're getting down to it, like, that's only 2 months. That's not a big deal. While Black Panther and Thor sequels will also see their own release dates get pushed back accordingly. An Indiana Jones sequel has also been postponed almost an entire year, now targeting a June 2023 release. Check out the entire release schedule, as nearly every Disney film has incurred some delay. Which really, the thing that caught my eye in this article is Doctor Strange, which I'm very, very, very much looking forward to, as it's going to be key in all the craziness that's been happening in the MCU lately. And I'm glad to see that it's only been like a 2 months delay and not like March 25th of 2023 or something.
Those good old 6 month, 1 year delays.
Yeah, exactly. So fingers crossed it doesn't get pushed back any further. But yeah, go check out the release schedule. See if your favorite movie has been affected. Next up, we have a piece of Netflix news before we head into our obligatory Star Wars segment. And this one is exciting for me. We got a premiere date for the final season of Ozark. So Ozark's final season will be released in 2 parts, 7 episodes per installment, with part 1 debuting on January 21st. So it's coming up around the corner here. Part 2 should be released later in 2022. A new video has also been released alongside the date announcement. I'm really excited about this. Only a couple more months, and we can embark on our final journey with Jason Bateman and the birds.
Yeah, that's sad. I wonder... Nah, it's probably not a good companion series bit.
Yeah, probably not at this point. Maybe it would be a great show for a companion series, I feel like. But I don't know about picking it up on the final season. But I'm excited. 14 episodes.
That's a big one. I'm trying to find, how many episodes are there normally? Is it an 8er or is it a 10er?
I want to say 8 to 10. I don't know off the top of my head, but that's at least 50%
10.
more.
10.
Okay. So
10 a pop. So we're getting a bonus 4.
Yeah, I like that.
That's fair. It needs to, and I'm really happy it's 4 and an extra big 4, because I just don't think that 5, 6, 7 like that would have been too much. I think it needs to round itself out. 4 bonus episodes is good. Yeah, we appreciate it there, Netflix. Moving on.
Welcome to Star Boys.
That was pretty good.
Finally did it.
Got him.
Finally did it.
Got him. Can I get that one more time?
Oh, of course. Welcome to Star Boys.
The inflection on your voice is great. And with that,
note, I literally made that like right before we started the episode tonight.
Yeah.
And I was like laughing hysterically down here in the basement because I sound so dumb. And I walked upstairs to fill my water up, and Becca's like, "Are you done recording?" And I'm like, "No, we haven't even started yet." And she's like, "You're just down there laughing by yourself like a lunatic?" And I'm like,
"Oh yeah.
Yep." Anyways,
that's fantastic. So now to our Star Wars segment.
Welcome to Star Boys.
First bit of news here is staying true to the Star Wars formula. There's a new trilogy on the horizon. War of the Bounty Hunters, Crimson Reign, and the Hidden Empire will make up the latest trilogy. Details about the Hidden Empire are still sparse, but it's believed that the trilogy is to focus on a connection between Emperor Palpatine and the Crimson Dawn organization.
Okay, does this mean more Darth Maul?
Yes, it does.
Ah,
And more Kiara.
don't care.
Kiara?
Darth Maul.
But like Kiara's his
Doesn't matter.
main girl.
Darth Maul.
Wow. But yeah, more Darth Maul.
Nice.
Heck yeah, Crimson Dawn. This will be interesting for sure. I didn't even read that article. I'm so excited now that I know this. I didn't even know this was happening live. Moving on. Kasha Reeves' time on The Mandalorian has come to an end. Reeves, who appeared to play an important character in Season 2, has been confirmed to not be returning for Season 3. The news was confirmed by Sasha Banks herself. Fans hoping to see more of Reeves' character are left to hope that this is all a sleight of hand ahead of a big reveal, or that her character returns sometime in Season 4. I can see this being legit.
So much for that girl power there at the end of Season 2, huh?
Nah, there's still plenty of girls to carry the girl power. And you know, I mean, she wasn't a main character. She was a side character.
Wow. Disrespectful.
Maybe she's going to get her own show. And it's going to be very like WWE kind of like.
They are now. Yeah, WWE.
Yeah, it's going to be like, it's just going to be full of just like table smashes and chair hits. You remember the arena in Season 2 opener?
Yeah.
The fight ring? It's going to be basically WWE Star Wars.
But she's like Mandalorian jetpacking, like drop kicking people.
Yeah, basically we're going to get a spin-off series of the WWE in Star Wars. That could be legit. I'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch it too.
Because, you know, it's all acted out. There's drama. There's over-the-top characters. Get like some big Gamorrean guards in there, just like huffing and puffing.
There you go.
Anyways, we can dream. Season 3 of The Mandalorian has begun production, says actor and director Carl Weathers. This is welcome news, as production was originally slated to begin last spring, but volume stages were hard to come by thanks to Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Season 3 is scheduled to return in 2022. That's an interesting note as to like these volume stages, in that they are pretty interesting builds. They are big set. They are basically big, you know, like kind of alternate reality sets. And I could see them coming hard to come by because more and more shows and films, movies are starting to incorporate that technology, pioneered there by the Mandalorian. So might have a volume stage shortage.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
I think, nope, still more Star Wars. Much more Star Wars. Ubisoft is creating an open world, story-driven Star Wars game. The concept is certainly a nod to the outcry of fans who have been looking for something different than the Battlefront series produced by EA. The game is still in the early development, but will be based on the Snowdrop engine used currently on Tom Clancy's The Division. Ubisoft has quite a bit of experience with open world games, so expectations are likely to be high that they can deliver a solid product. Can we hope and pray?
Fingers crossed.
Do it, please do it. Last bit of Star Wars news is Star Wars Jedi Knight Collection and Star Wars Racer and Commando Combo will be coming to the PS4 on October 26th and Nintendo Switch on November 16th. Aspyr Media will be providing these classic Star Wars games for $29.99 each.
Dang.
Boo.
seems like a
little high
hefty
there.
price.
Yeah, a little high there. Seeing how we're about to get all 3 Grand Theft Autos for $60, so $20 a piece.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Little side bit here. Attack on Titan update. Part 2 of the final season of Attack on Titan will air on January 9th. The release date arrived along with a trailer for the final season. I need to catch this. But it's going to be epic. Are you all caught up?
No, sir.
Get
I
there.
have watched season 1 though.
Get
But,
there.
I enjoyed it. I'll return eventually.
Better.
A very fitting little article here, since we're about a week away from Halloween. Blumhouse is developing some more unannounced Universal monster movies. So we kind of touched on this a little bit, not this particular article, but the Universal monster movies in our Horror Through the Decades episode. So this is kind of exciting. Blumhouse is going all in on monster movies following the success of The Invisible Man, which you just recently watched, right?
Yes, sir.
Blumhouse announced that they were also producing a Wolfman and Dracula movie, along with several other unannounced works. Possible films could include Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Creature from the Blue Lagoon, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So, yeah, we talked about how surprised we kind of were that Universal let this film universe kind of slip away. But it looks like Blumhouse is, I don't know if these will be connected in any way, like, Universal is trying to do. But the fact that they're just, making some updated new takes on some of these classic monster movies, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, they should at least take the approach of not conflicting with the other stuff, just to leave the door open.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe not directly tie everything together, but
indirect.
not close the door.
Yeah.
That they could all exist in the same sort of universe.
Flashpoint.
Yeah. And our last piece of news here is kind of a big one. And if you listen to the latest newscast, you would know that we touched on what I like to call the IATSE strike that is ongoing right now with the in the film industry. We have a bunch of updates on how that has progressed and where we kind of sit now. Excuse me, I kind of have the hiccups. But yeah, follow up to a previous story. The International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, or as I call them, IATSE, had planned on going on strike Monday, October 18th. If a deal was not reached, the strike could have shut down a majority of the film and television productions nationwide. However, an agreement was ultimately reached, resulting in a 62% pay increase for the lowest paid union members, which is huge. The tentative deal also includes a 10-hour break between shifts, additional weekend rest, and penalties for not taking meals during work. Note that the deal still must be ratified by union members who have still shown some apprehension towards the proposals, with some suggestion that if a vote were held today, the agreement would not be ratified. So we'll stay tuned and continue to watch how this situation plays out, because it's kind of important in what we do and what we enjoy to consume. But yeah, that's crazy. And I hope the IATSE members kind of get, some I don't know, fair work stuff.
Nope, not going to reach an agreement, and it's the end of film and TV.
All right, well, show boys, it's been a good run, but guess we're just gonna go review and talk about a bunch of old stuff.
No, just video games.
All right, I can do that.
Oh, video games and old stuff, yeah. Is that all you got?
That's all I got, bro.
All right. Well, once again, thank you all for joining us. We hope you found this both entertaining and informative. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe everywhere you consume our content. Find all the places we publish our content on our link tree,
which is linktr.ee/Showboys podcast. Be sure to join our Discord server and become a member of the Showboys community to hang out with the Showboys staff and other listeners, as well as get some cool perks, such as being able to see all the articles we had to choose from for this episode of the newscast, but weren't able to squeeze into the episode. Let me tell you, there were a lot of articles.
Boom.
So, yeah, you'll want to join up in the Discord and check out our log that will be posted with all of the articles. There were a lot of cool stories that had to be left out this week. All article links covered in the episode will be available in Discord, of course.
If you have anything you would like us to cover in more detail or include in a future episode, please comment. We're available, or email us at showboyspodcast@gmail.com. Or, as Mike said, join us in our Showboys Discord.
That's right. Also, sign up on our Patreon, patreon.com/showboyspodcast.
Do it.
We will see you on Thursday night, which we have a very special episode we're super pumped for. You will not want to miss it, so set your reminders. And yeah, I don't know. There might be a gaming stream between now and Thursday. Who knows? But thank you guys for tuning in and listening, and we will see you Thursday. Have a wonderful night.